Welcome back to another Nourish to Flourish segment where it is I, Megan the trainer, registered dietitian, coming at you today to continue our lovely discussion about some biology and some hunger hormones.
Oh my.
So last time we talked about ghrelin, and this is our hunger hormone. It's going to stimulate our appetite. It's secreted when our stomach gets empty. And so now leptin is kind of the flip side, the yin to the yang, if you will. And leptin is our appetite slowing down, our appetite suppressant hormone. And it is going to be made by our body's fat cells. So if you're going on a crash diet and we're losing some body fat, or we're having some big shifts in our body composition, if we have fewer fat cells, then that means we're going to have less leptin levels circulating. So I know this sounds a little counterintuitive, right? But here's the thing, it's all about preserving your body. It's keeping you alive. Remember, that's your body's number one objective. And our adipose tissue, or our fat stores, are endless amounts of energy, essentially. So it's a little frightening to your body's biology if it's letting go of some of those energy stores. So that is where leptin is going to be coming from. So some things that are going to hinder leptin, I already mentioned, again, if we're decreasing the amount of fat that we have on our body, which is why sometimes dieting can fail, because it makes it harder to kind of stick to some of those restrictions, especially if they're extreme restrictions. So the big thing that we need to look for from a food perspective is we need to choose satiation, and we need to choose that nutrient-dense stuff. We need to fill up on some volume things, so that way we can kind of stimulate our leptin levels that way to also feel satisfied. So this is like getting some fiber coming in, making sure that you're hitting your protein. This is also looking like just reducing overall inflammation in your body. There's a connection between inflammation and leptin as well. So as far as inflammation goes, we can get it from a whole lot of different ways. We could get it potentially from our food, we could get it potentially from a current disease state, or if we're just having poor sleep, our body's not able to recover quite as well. Our circadian rhythm is going to impact these hormones too. So there's a lot of other variables that come into play when it comes to leptin support. Well, thank you so much for joining me in a little biology deep dive and learning about some of these appetite and hunger hormones. Because I always like to remind clients that it's not always about willpower, that there is some biology that sometimes is fighting us. So it's helpful to keep that in mind as we are in our health endeavors. So now that you know better, let's go ahead and do better so we can all be better.